I bet you've had a few New Year's resolutions, but few people take the promise as far as Glenn Ferguson. For him, shedding pounds was a new life resolution. He set a goal that came true this spring on a stage at a bodybuilding show in Winnipeg.
There's no stopping me. I am on a mission.
This is Glenn Ferguson, the former Winnipeg letter carrier, now a security consultant. Isn't your typical middle-aged guy, and this isn't your typical workout. He's training for a bodybuilding show, a show he's been working towards since a really bad day at work about 4 years ago.
So in 2009, I was weighing in at about 330 pounds, and there was a major incident at work that supervisor was making fun of my weight and stuff like that.
What did she say?
She basically accused me of being fat, and it was killing her attendance stats. So that was the major incident that got the ball rolling for me.
Well, how did it make you feel? What did it do to you?
It humiliated me. It made me feel awful about myself, and it was just a very, very negative time in my life. I mean, I was overweight. I was basically sleep deprived from my sleep apnea being so far out of control. But that's what got the ball rolling, and I had a lap band put in.
That surgery was the first step in a life-changing, perhaps even life-saving journey for Glenn.
I had dieted all my life, on and off, but I always ended up back making terrible food choices. And part of the reason for the terrible food choices is I was so tired I didn't want to cook. So I would drive by, pick up a pizza, pick up fast food through the drive-thru, and it basically got out of control. And my only option was either a gastric bypass, which the government wouldn't pay for, or a lap band, which I paid for.
The $18,000 procedure at a clinic in Winnipeg helped Glenn start to lose what he figures is about 140 pounds of fat from his frame.
And what a lap band does is it controls your portions. Basically, it's a donut that sits around the top portion of your stomach with a balloon in it, and it closes with there's a port in my stomach, and it closes so that instead of filling the bottom portion of your stomach, which is extremely large with food, you fill the top portion, and the food dissipates into your stomach slowly, giving you a constant state of fullness.
But Glenn knew that wasn't enough. Digging even deeper into his pocket, he hired a personal trainer and set his ambitious goal, crafting a new body and putting it on display.
Right now, this morning, I weighed in at 223 pounds. And I'm 3 days away from show. And I mean, I sat and I told my trainers, I want to make stage at 330 pounds at the time. And they thought I was crazy. And I kind of went, you watch me. There's fire under my rear, and I will get there. It was very, very slow at first, because I did basically start changing my eating habits right away, but I didn't realize until I got involved with a personal trainer, which was very shortly after, that sugars are bad.
It's a pretty strict regime that sees meals measured out to the last almond.
When it comes to dieting, this goes with me everywhere.
So why do you have to do that?
Basically, to keep your calories low, everything's counted. Your calorie, but my trainer knows exactly how many calories, how many grams of fat, and how much carbs I'm getting. Pre-contest, it's really tight, which at 3 days is pre-contest. And basically what happens is I have no reason to cheat because I have my meals with me.
So how many meals is that?
I have 6 meals in a day. And once I started analyzing my food more and more, I realized that, whoa, wait a minute here. Everything's got some sugar. Then I started eating like a bodybuilder. And once I started eating like a bodybuilder, it started coming off faster and faster and faster. Increased my cardio. I was up to 2 hours a day. It's a lifestyle for me now. I will still eat bad foods, but I will eat them once in a while, not every day. I'm just grateful that I got this under control before I had a major heart attack or stroke, because carrying an extra 150 pounds around can't be good for your heart, and with heart disease in my family.
And just days after he spoke to us, Glenn's dream came true at a Manitoba Amateur Bodybuilding Association show in Winnipeg. It's a journey that has inspired everyone from nurses to gym managers that he's met along the way, a kind of community support that also inspires him to keep going.
It's very, very emotional for me to sell 44 tickets to the show to my family and friends and people outside the show.
It's exhausting, time-consuming, and costly, but don't tell Glenn that.
I am probably $25,000 into this body, and I have absolutely zero regret. How do you put a regret on a quality of life, an extension of life? My mother died of a heart attack at 62. My dad died at 42. I'm 46 years old in the best shape of my life. I have absolutely zero regrets.
Glenn says he wants to take his success and pay it forward somehow, hoping there's another life out there that can be changed the way he changed his own.
I don't know if I'll use a trainer the rest of my life, but having somebody to answer to is definitely a good thing. And from my point of view, I don't know where my career path is going to take me, but I could see me being a personal trainer. Because I have, not only have I lived it, I love it. It's my lifestyle.
Glenn is indeed taking his transformation to the next level and taking his message to others. He's becoming a personal trainer as well.